Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Kelly. You probably seen my preview today. We're going to start working on a shelf for my office to put my refrigerator microwave on. I finally got all my materials bought and picked up and gathered here, and we're going to get started on this thing. I've got to make a few cuts. Got to measure out. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the legs and all that. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional carpenter. I'm not a professional cabinet builder. Never claimed to be. I'm probably not real good at this, and there's going to be a lot of things I probably could have done different. So bear with me. I appreciate you joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to, and let's get started with this project. Some of the accent pieces are going to be 1/2 by 2 by 4. This is just some stuff I bought from Lowe's. The problem with buying things at Lowe's, this is going to be the legs, 3/4 by 2.5 by 8, and then just a project panel. I'll cut this in half, and this will be my top and bottom shelf on it. The problem with buying things at Lowe's is it's inside of an air-conditioned facility, air-conditioned store. And the humidity and all that, the biggest critic. The humidity and everything supports that. So as soon as you buy it and you take it outside into the open air area, it starts absorbing moisture and it starts to warp and all those things. So I'm gonna have to deal with that a little bit because some of this stuff I bought a few days ago and it's been sitting out here in the air, the non-air conditioned air. So that could be a problem. Regardless, we're gonna work through it, and I just want to bring you along for the ride. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is mark, and we have to cut this big panel first. So let's see if we can do that straight. All right, Critics cars. So let's cut this plastic off of here and get the measuring. It's pretty warm today. It's about to rain. The humidity is really high. So I'm sweating pretty bad. So if you see me wiping sweat all the time, that's what's going on. Oh, that's a good looking piece of wood. That's several boards put together. I think they call that a laminate. It looks good, nice and smooth. Like I said, I built a few things out of those. And I really like them. They're tough, they're strong. Hey, buddy. Take measure of choice, Stanley. I like them. This is the Fat Max. Good stuff, easy to read. Some of the tape measures do have the measurements on both sides, and then just a good old Lowe's pencil, can't beat it. Let's make sure our measurements are accurate on this. It's supposed to be 20 inches wide. Spot on. Spot on. Very good. Now we're going to want these 20 inches. So I have to make me a couple of bird mouse.
Oh. What?
No. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Yeah. Just working. Double check our measurements here. 20 inches to the point. 20 inches to the point. What do they call that? A crow's foot, I think. Here, you want your cars? What do we got here? We got an ambulance and a Kenworth semi-truck. Here's your cars. Here you go. I like that enough. I'm going to give it a mark. Check our measurements. I'm gonna say that's pretty close. Good old blue sweat towel for the win. AccuCut, decent stuff. Pull the battery out for safety. I think we need to scoot that stop over just a tick. Hitting the inside right there.
What? What? What?
check our cuts. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is the legs are going to cut out right here, and then the legs are going to go inside. We'll have one shelf here, one shelf here. Well, it'll be one shelf up here and one shelf here from the top down. So now I got a mark out right here. Cut me a little piece so I know exactly how to mark it where it's easy to mark. There we go. Now I have 2 legs like this and 2 legs like that. That should help in stability as well. Go ahead and mark both of them. Okay, looks good. Let's see if we can get those cut out now and not make a mess and destroy the boards. Got the old jigsaw out. Let's see how this is going to work. It says straight line. Let's try that out for size. A little wompy in there. Looks better. That got us to a stopping point. Got the notches cut. The notches are looking pretty good. I'm going to clean those edges up now, maybe just a little bit. Won't take much. I don't know if we'll join in for that or not. Probably just take my little Milwaukee battery powered sander and just knock those. I don't want to roll them or feather them. I just want to knock the burrs off. I'm going to do that real quick, and then I guess get ready to cut the legs to length to make sure all 4 legs are the right length, and then get those put on. And that'll be the next step. Let's get with it. You see, this is what I'm talking about, is this edge. So I'm just basically going to take the little sander and knock those out, kind of soften the edges. I just want to soften the edges. I don't want to roll them and make everything rounded. Get everything assembled, and then I'll go over it real well. But before I put it together, I do want to knock some of these off. What do we want to use? Milwaukee 2648 M18 Random Orbit Sander. This is a pretty good piece. I keep it in the box. I do use the Diablo sanding pads. They're like a Velcro stick, super good. They got the little holes in there that keeps them from getting all stopped up. And that's it. You can see the thing's well used, worn a little bit. So let's get the dust catcher on there. All done with that, looking good. One of these days I'm gonna have me a nice woodworking shop, nice mechanic shop and all that. Right now I'm working in the garage. It's a little aggravating at times. It works out great, but it is kind of small in here. And because it's attached to the house, I don't want to get it too dirty. So I tend to kind of tinker around with things, and I should really go at it hard just in order to keep the mess down. So one of these days I'll have you a big old shop. Okay, fingers clear, everything's good, plugged in, square. And look how good that DeWalt cuts. Perfect. I did just square these up, but I think we're going to be okay there. Those will go on the ground there. Harbor Freight clamp. I mean, these things were $4 or $5 back in the day. And man, I've got several of these different lengths. I don't think I have 2 the same length, but that's, you don't necessarily have to have the same length. But the soft feet do come off pretty easy if you don't want them on there. This is a 6-inch one, so pretty good stuff for the money. Now we're looking pretty decent. Cobalt 5/8 wood chisel, had it a long time, still just awesomely sharp. Square that up a little. That's gonna work. Ice. Give it a little smotheroo. Yeah.
What?
Is that wood? Yeah. This is what we're going to use for screws. This is like a number 6 by about 1.5 inches or so, 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches. It's got a number 20 drive head. I'm sorry, T15 drive head on it. And I'm going to drill about a 1/8 inch pilot hole through the leg board. That way it doesn't split it. Start the pilot hole in there and then run it in real slow and easy. Not bad. Very square. Okay, we're that far. We got it standing up on all four legs, but as you can see, it's a little wobbly, to be expected. So, as I showed you, I'm gonna cut these, cut them in there tight, screw them from the outside and down through. That should provide some stability. And if that don't work, I'll cut corner blocks on the back. Well, this will be the back side. I'll put corner blocks on the back side. And that's just gonna be the trim part that should get it to where it's laterally stable. Maybe I'm saying that right, maybe not. So more to come. Here we go. Don't y'all just love all the little helpers? Can you see them moving around underneath? There's something. I want to be in the middle of everything I'm in.